මත සරසරටම එකතු වෙන ජය පිටියක්
රටවල් 20ක් අවුරුදු එකහමාරක් වගේ ඇතුළත අභිබවලා ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒක මම හිතන්නේ පාපන්දු ශේෂ්ත්‍රය අපිට විශාල ජයග්‍රහණයක්. තව මෙතන ඉස්සරහට ගිහිල්ලා අපිට ආසියාවේ හොඳම කණ්ඩායම බවට පත් වෙන්න අපි උත්සාහ දරමින් ඉන්නවා.
අපි දිනමු ජය ගමන පෙරට අපි දිනමු
ක්‍රීඩකයන් අතර පාපන්දු ක්‍රීඩාව ජනප්‍රිය කරන්න අපි විශාල උත්සාහයක් ගනිමින් ඉන්නවා.
සරටම එකතු වෙන ජය පිටියක්
අපිට මේ අවුරුද්දේ අපි උත්සාහ ගන්නේ ඊළඟට අපිට එන දකුණු ආසියානු පාපන්දු තරඟාවලියේ කුසලානය දිනා ගන්න අපි තරඟ කරන්න තමයි අපි සැලසුම් කරන්නේ. අවුරුදු 31කට පස්සේ අපි මේ උත්සාහය ගන්න. මොකද අපි අවුරුදු 31කින් කුසලානය ජයග්‍රහණය කළා නැහැ. ඉතින් ඒ වෙනුවෙන් අපි වැඩසටහන් ගණනාවක් හදලා තියෙනවා.
දිනමු හැම බන්දු පාපන්දු දිනමු 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 නැත වේද නැත වාද රට දිනන තැනට හැමදේම
finds a pass. Here's an opportunity. What a shot! And Leon Moreira wrecks the network for the home side in what was an absolutely beautiful move for Sri Lanka. Sam Durant down this left flank, running into space, squares it, and what an assist! Oh, what a play!
Went through the first 40. Silva making a break in the corner, drives it in the middle, and that's the first goal. It's Raja Mohan.
The 2-goal cushion will really put Chinese Taipei out of this tie. And once again now De Silva, as we mentioned about that 2-goal cushion.
Here's Swazik driving that in. That's the third goal for Sri Lanka.
From range, and that's been the kind of day, but Kellogg makes no mistake to give for Sri Lanka.
Here's a shot, and that's the first goal.
You are our family and we are your family. This family together, we need to take this game forward that the country went through in 2022 in terms of economy, in terms of business, education, Aragalaya. Then again, we went through a suspension period. So lots of hardship. But one thing we had in common was we were together. Whatever the differences we had in the past or in football, when it come to football, when it come to federation, when it come to governance, we all of us were united together. We fought against the suspension. We fought against the interference. We fought against political involvements, but all 67 we were together. This unity is something that makes us different from all other sports. We have 78 sports, I think, in the country registered, but we are so much of different. We are different from other sports because when it comes to important matters, national matters, government matters, we are together. This is the only way our game, our country's football can go forward. Sometimes we'll have differences, sometimes we'll have opinions, sometimes we'll have elections. It doesn't matter. We can have our own opinion. You can choose whoever you want. That's different. But when we are together, if you want to protect our game, if you want to take our game, we are one family.
හමින්ද නීල් ස්ටේන්වල් මෙම පුහුණු පාඨමාලාවේ ප්‍රධාන උපදේශක විදියට කටයුතු කරනවා. ඉතින් මේ පාඨමාලාවේ ගොඩක් අපි කතා කරන්නේ ටෙක්නිකල් ටැක්ටිකල් සම්බන්ධව දේවල්, විශේෂයෙන්ම ග්‍රාස් රූට් වයසේ ළමයටත් යූත් ළමයටත් අපි මොනවද අපි පුහුණුවීම් වලදී ලබා දෙන්න ඕන කියලා. ඉතින් මේක මම විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ කෝස් එක පටන් ගන්න ඕනේ කියලා ලංකාවට හඳුන්වා දෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා කල්පනා කරේ. ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ පාපන්දු ඇකඩමි දැන් ගොඩක් බිහි වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම පාසලට, ඒ වගේම සමාජගත කරන්න. එතකොට මේ ඇකඩමි වල ඉන්න කෝචස්ලා ඒගොල්ලෝ හරහා තමයි මේ දැනුම ග්‍රාස් රූට් ළමයට යන්නේ. විශාල සංඛ්‍යාවක් ඇකඩමි වල පුහුණුවීම් ලබනවා. නමුත් මම හිතනවා මේ කෝචස්ලාට මේ නොලෙජ් එක යන්න ඕනේ. ඒ නිසා මේ පාඨමාලාව ඔබ හදාරනවා කියන්නේ පුහුණුකරුවෙක් විදිහට රටේ අනාගතේ මීට වැඩිය හොඳ තැනකට අපේ රටේ ක්‍රීඩකයන්ව ගෙනියන්න පුළුවන්. බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
මම හර්ෂිනී මදුෂානි ගම්පහ තක්ෂිලා විද්‍යාලයෙන්. ඇත්තට මම හිතන්නේ ගොඩාක් අත්දැකීම් ගත්තා. අපි බොහොම පිරිසක් මේත් එක්ක එකතු වුණා. සියලුම දෙනා මම හිතනවා ගොඩාක් පාපන්දු හැකියාව කුසලතා වර්ධනය කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා A to Z කියලා දෙනවා. ඒක ඇත්තටම වටිනවා. C license course එක එහා ගිහිල්ලා මේ ප්‍රායෝගික ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් පුහුණුවීම් ගොඩාක් අපිට ලැබලා දුන්නා. ඒ තුලින් මම හිතනවා රටේ අනාගතයට මේක හරියට ක්‍රියාවට නැන්නුවොත් රටේ අනාගතේ හොඳ පාපන්දු ක්‍රීඩකයන් බිහි කරීමේ හැකියාව අපි සියලු දෙනාටම තියෙනවා. සියලු දෙනාටම මම ආරාධනා කරනවා මේ පුහුණුවීම්ගේ වලින් ගන්න පුළුවන් උපරිම ප්‍රතිඵල අරගෙන රටේ අනාගත දක්ෂ පාපන්දු ක්‍රීඩකයන් බිහි කරමු කියලා.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நான் டிலக்ஷன் நொதர்ன் ப்ரவின்ஸ் மன்னாரில் இருந்து வந்திருக்கிறேன். கிராஸ் ரூட் கோச்சிங் கோர்ஸுக்கு வந்திருக்கிறேன். இது உண்மையிலே ஒரு பிரயோசனமான பயனுள்ள ஒரு கோர்ஸ். ஸ்கூல் கோச்சர்ஸ், பிடி டீச்சர்ஸ், ஃபுட்பாலில் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கிற எல்லாருமே கட்டாயம் இந்த கோர்ஸஸை நீங்கள் ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். லாங்குவேஜ் பிரச்சனை இங்கே இல்லை. கட்டாயம் இந்த கோர்ஸை நீங்கள் எல்லோரும் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுங்கள். இது ஒரு வெளிவான கோர்ஸ். இதற்கால ஒரு ஃப்யூச்சர் உங்களை ஃபுட்பாலில் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கிறவங்களை வளர்க்குறதுக்கு ஒரு பிரயோசனமான கோர்ஸாக அமையும்.
Hi, my name is Reginald Eroshin. I love this game because this is something that everyone should love in Sri Lanka, not just in Sri Lanka. If you see, if you take the international grounds, everyone loves football. I thought I want to do this professionally, and when I was looking into it in the academy itself, I was introduced to Football Federation Sri Lanka, and I was announced that there is a course that you can do from the beginning itself. From grassroots to D license, C license, A license, and every other license that is capable of me coaching for even local and international football teams. If you are interested, if you are a player, and if you are looking forward to do something about this sport for the international or the local market, where students can learn football, where you would love to teach about football, this would be the perfect course. If you want to start somewhere, grassroots coaching sessions will be the first fundamental stuff where you can learn a lot of things that even most of mainstream players doesn't know. So if you love the game, play the game, or learn it and teach it.
A very good evening to all our viewers joining us live. We are here at the Sugadasa Stadium for match number 14 in the Sri Lanka Super League football. We'll be having the Seahawks taking on Upcountry Lions, a top table clash here for you today. I'm Bilal Marika and I'm joined in the commentary box by Arvin Abedira. A very good evening, Arvin.
Very good evening indeed, Bilal. Here's the weather for you. A very, very stark difference from last week's shenanigans. Really much cooler, pleasant weather here in Colombo, 29 degrees Celsius, but already feels a world away from last week's very, very sunny skies. It's a 75% humidity with a very brisk wind blowing our way. So very, very ideal conditions for you to be playing a game of footy. And what a game of footy we have lined up here today.
Yeah, definitely, Arvin. Both these teams at the top of the table, unbeaten so far. There you go, Upcountry Lions at number 3 and Seahawks at number 2. Both of them playing 2, winning 2, and winning quite convincingly as well. Seahawks winning that first match against Red Star 1-0 and then coming back and winning 7-0 the second game against Ratnam, if I am not mistaken. And the Upcountry Lions opening the tournament by scoring 9-1 on the Blue Stars, who were the defending champions of the Super League as well. And then coming back strong and winning 4-0 just last week. So both these teams haven't tasted anything but victory in this Super League 2026. So it will be interesting to see how they fare today. We can expect a very good, a very intense, entertaining game of football here from the Sugadasa Stadium.
Indeed, indeed. And Renown FC and Colombo FC both very comfortable at the top of the table. We'll be looking at which of these two sides will be joining them in the top 3 race. These are the fixtures and results of week 3. Just a couple of days ago, 1st of August, Renown SC coming up against New Youngs in a 10-0 affair. Quite a dramatic drubbing for New Youngs going away from that game, and Red Star FC coming up 2-0 against their Blue Star counterpart Colombo FC just yesterday, drubbing Ratnam Sports Club 5-0, and today the Seahawks, of course, as you will be seeing on our screens, will be taking up the Upcountry Lions, and tomorrow Blue Eagle Sports Club taking on Defenders FC at 3:30 at the Sugadasa Stadium. So a couple of dramatic results now and then, but something I feel like that will hold this league in good stead is the more tightly contested games. That more of that going forward, I'm sure our viewers would like to see.
Before going on to the game, we'll be having an interview from the Seahawks coach. So over to you, Arshad, downstairs.
Navy Seahawks Football Club's head coach, Georgie. Coach, today very important game, two unbeaten teams, Navy Seahawks versus Upcountry Lions. How is your preparations?
I think my first week has gone well. We've been preparing just like they have. Obviously they have 2 wins, we have 2 wins. It's football, anything can happen. So I believe that we'll give our best, although we are still probably waiting for a couple of players. Our squad is not fully completed, but the guys have done quite well during the week. We have been preparing, and I believe we'll give them a good game.
Thank you very much, and all the very best for today's game.
Yeah, that was Coach George K. Rev, the English-Bulgarian coach. He was a development coach in 2016, 2017, if I'm not mistaken, at Newcastle United. And ever since then, he has been around the block in the Middle East, in Asia. And these are the Seahawks who will be looking to take on the Upcountry Lions today. They'll be needing a lot of crisp passes and some good shots to get that ball at the back of the net past Kavish Lakpriya, the captain for the Upcountry Lions. They themselves will be having Voranda Manaram Pereira, who was brilliant in that previous game with an assist and a goal. especially having playing defense. So it will be quite interesting indeed to see how these players fare today. And with that, we'll be moving on downstairs for an interview with the captain, Waranda Pereira himself, to hear his thoughts before the match.
දැන් අපිත් එක්ක ඉන්නවා Seahawks කණ්ඩායමේ නායකයා ඔරොන්ද මනරම් පෙරේරා. ඔරොන්ද අද ඉතා වටිනා තරගයක් unbeaten teams දෙකක් table top එකේ වෙනසක් සිදු වෙන්න පුළුවන් තරගයක්. කොහොමද අද තරගයට preparations එහෙම?
කණ්ඩායම පිටියට හොඳට ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරා. මේ මැච් එකට ගොඩක් ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරා. ගොඩක් ප්ලෑන් එක තමයි මේ මැච් එකට ආවේ. හොඳ තරගයක් දෙන්න සූදානම් වෙනවා අප් කන්ට්‍රීට.
අද කණ්ඩායමේ යම් කිසි වෙනසක් සිදු වෙනවද කොහොමද?
වෙනස්කම් නැහැ. ඒ විදිහම තමයි සෙල්ලම් කරන්නේ අපි. නාගුරු මීරා අවුට් අබා ඉන්නලා තියෙනවා. ඒක තමයි.
ස්තුතියි අද තරගයට සුබ පතනවා.
Thank you very much.
And that was the captain for the Seahawks, looking to make a statement victory here against the Upcountry Lions. They'll be coming into this match with no changes to their starting 11, and why not? It has been working so well for them. They'll be looking to ride that momentum forward, and we'll be having an interview rather with the assistant coach of the Upcountry Lions, and we'll be going downstairs for that.
අපි සමග ඉන්නවා Upcountry Lions කණ්ඩායමේ සහාය පුහුණුකරු ඇන්ටන් ජොයි. coach අද Seahawks කණ්ඩායමත් එක්ක තරඟාවලියේ සිටින දක්ෂම කණ්ඩායමක් අද තරඟය ගැන කොහොමද කණ්ඩායමේ සූදානම සහ දැනට තියෙන කණ්ඩායමේ තත්ත්වය?
ඔය ඇත්තටම අපේ මම හිතන්නේ තරඟාවලිය හොඳ ආරම්භයක් අරන් තිනවා. පළවෙනි තරඟ දෙකම ජයග්‍රහණය කරලා ඒ වගේම මම හිතන්නේ Navy Seahawks කණ්ඩායමත් ඔවුන්ගේ ප්‍රථම තරඟ දෙක ජයග්‍රහණය කරලා ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් අපි හොඳ මානසික මට්ටමක ඉන්න අපේ ක්‍රීඩකයෝ. අපි මේ තරඟය ලේසියෙන් ගන්න නැහැ. මොකද මේ හැම තරඟයක්ම ටෆ් කියලා තමයි අපි හිතන්නේ. අපි කිසිම ටීම් එකක් ලේසියෙන් ගන්න නැහැ. අපි හොඳ පුහුණුවීම් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ නිසා මම හිතනවා අපේ ක්‍රීඩකයෝ අද තරඟයත් පෙර තරඟ දෙක මෙන්ම හොඳින් මේ අවසන් කරයි කියලා.
බොහොම ස්තුතියි. සුබ පතනවා අද තරඟයට.
බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
And that was the assistant coach for the Upcountry Lions, Coach Anton Joy, who spoke on the importance of building on the momentum the Upcountry Lions have created. These young lads will be looking to make their mark here in one of the most important games as of yet. There are 2 games unbeaten. They'll be liking to go into the 4th game with 3 consecutive wins to their name. And like the assistant coach mentioned, they won't underestimate their opponents in any form, in any sort. Each match a tough one, each match a fresh new one. They'll be looking to start afresh, to start strong. And we'll be going downstairs once again to hear from the Upcountry Lions captain, Kavish Lakpriya.
අපිත් එක්ක ඉන්නවා Upcountry Lions කණ්ඩායමේ නායකයා කවිෂ් ෆෙනන්ඩෝ. කවිෂ් අද ඉතා වැදගත් තරගයක් කණ්ඩායමට Seahawks කණ්ඩායමට එරෙහිව අනිවාර්යෙන් ජයග්‍රහණයක් අවශ්‍යයි. unbeaten journey එක continue කරන්න නම් කොහමද කණ්ඩායමේ තත්ත්වය එහෙම?
අපි හොඳ ආරම්භයක් ලබා ගත්ත පළවෙනි තරගයේ මෙන්ම දෙවන තරගයේ. අපේ කණ්ඩායම හොඳ මානසික ශාරීරික යෝග්‍යතාවයක ඉන්නවා. Seahawks ප්‍රබල කණ්ඩායමක්. ඒක අපේ ටීම් එක හැමෝම දන්නවා. මේක මං හිතනවා හොඳ තරගයක් වේවි. ඒ වගේම මගේ කණ්ඩායමටත් හොඳ මානසික මට්ටමක් කන්ටිනියු කරන්න මෙම තරගයේ ඉතාමත් හොඳ තරගයක් වෙනවා කියලා මට විශ්වාසයි. මගේ කණ්ඩායම මෙම තරගයේ හොඳ ප්‍රබල තරගයක් දී මෙම කණ්ඩායම අපි මේ ටෙම්පෝ එක දිගටම කන්ටිනියු කරන් තමයි අපේ බලාපොරොත්තුව.
Thank you very much. All the best, Kavish.
Thank you.
And that's the captain, Kavish Lakpriya Fernando, the man who will be looking to lead the Upcountry Lions into their 3rd consecutive win here in the Sri Lanka Super League Football 2026 tournament. And he did mention that it will be good for the boys' mentality, if they could continue and come up with a win, Navin. That's exactly what they will be looking to do in the opening few minutes.
Yes, indeed. And I think the Upcountry Lions will be banking on their reputation traveling far and wide. That attack has been looking very, very dangerous, and their ability to build up phases from that midfield has been a thing of beauty to witness when they have gotten their act right, of course. Seahawks will, of course, be on the lookout for that, but make no mistakes, they are a team on the up, and no slouches in their own right, coming off of 2 W's themselves. So it will be interesting to see that matchup going back and forth, and to see how big of a mental advantage the Upcountry Lions can bring coming into this game.
Yeah, will definitely be interesting to see how this game goes. And playing under these conditions as well, previously the players played under very hot and humid conditions. That is a normal day for us in Colombo. However, today we are blessed with a bit of a cloud cover as well, hoping the rains don't come too much here at Sugadasa.
Yeah, that could certainly be a spoiling factor, rain, if it does come heavy and fast, because you have to remember this is a bit of an uneven turf that we're dealing with. Of course, here's the match ball being presented to you, and youngsters representing the spirit and ethos of the Football Federation of Sri Lanka. So many inroads and valuable steps being taken to develop the sport as it exists in this island, and something that all fans of not just this sport but of any Sri Lankan sport can be proud of is these young men making sure that that development does happen with every pass of the ball that happens on a day-to-day basis. Here are the two sides, the Upcountry Lions as well as Seahawks FC in blue.
Few minutes of formalities before these two teams start proceedings for the day. Captain Kavish Lakpriya Fernando, the second choice goalkeeper for Sri Lanka, has only conceded 1 goal so far throughout this tournament. Abdul Hamid El Bassavisi can also boast of 2 clean sheets so far. Could be argued that he's yet to be tested as well, the overseas keeper for the Seahawks. And whoever comes out on top in this game will be riding on a huge wave of momentum. And we'll give them a world of confidence as well. Few final photographs to be taken. The two captains for the toss. Referee Fazmi Sudin will be in charge of proceedings in the middle. And he will be assisted by Ishara Ratnayaka and Asjad Ahmed. And Vihanga Madhuwanta will be acting as the fourth official for today. Of course, we can't understate the role these gentlemen play in making sure that we get a clean, competitive game. They've been exceptional and on the point so far throughout this entire tournament, Arvin.
Indeed, and no doubt they'll be looking to keep that momentum going. Something that goes very understated is the fact that it's not just the pedigree of the player itself, it's the pedigree of the infrastructure, both human and physical, that goes into these games. And as for human infrastructure, you can't get more important than the match referees making sure everything goes according to standard, bringing us closer to the vision that we have for Sri Lankan football. And the upcountry team sheet for you folks.
Yeah, in defense, Upcountry Lions will be going with Mohammad Murshid, Dacosta Mpem, Jude Subban, who have done brilliantly throughout this entire tournament. And of course, that all-important midfield will be having Wilson Ose, Abdur Rahman Yahya, Mohammad Akil, who has been quite sublime. And that forward combination consisting of Mohammad Akib, Mohammad Ihsan, Benjamin York, and Naveen Jude, simply sensational. And in goal, we'll be having Kavish Lakpriya. And here's the Seahawks lineup for today. Waranda Manram Pereira will be captaining the side alongside his vice captain. And we'll be having kickoff here. Of course, in defense for Seahawks, we'll be having Chatura Ponamperuma, Kanagaraja Sudarshan as well. And in the midfield, Naveen Viduranga, Mohammad Khurshid, another player to look out for, alongside Ibrahim Ahmed, Pawan Sachin Vimukti, and David Ikpabi. In goal, of course, we'll be having Abdul Hamid El Bastawisi. And for the forwards, we'll be having Vijay Sundaram Yugesh, Mohammad Hasmir as well. So it will be interesting to see how both these teams, who are unbeaten so far, fare in this tournament. Upcountry Lions here with possession of the ball, looking to just test the waters. Here's Naveen Jude, who has played exceptionally throughout this entire tournament. Tussle in the midfield for the ball. And it's the Seahawks who come away with it. A bit of a wayward pass will give the Lions reprieve.
Yeah, something that the Upcountry Lions have been very proficient in, we saw in their outing against Red Star FC as well, has been playing that press. Teams looking to build from the midfield, not looking to get those through passes, and instead build slowly, and playing a possession brand of football have not looked too comfortable. Right now we are seeing Seahawks just trying to get a phase going through that midfield.
Upcountry Lions doing quite well with their press to dispossess them off the ball. Definitely feels like a day where Dacosta Mpem, Kavish Lakpriya will have a lot of work to do. They haven't been tested all that much in this tournament so far, and credit to their defense and midfield as well. And here's the first shot of the game. An almost hopeful one. Kavish Lakpriya makes no mistake.
Yeah, Mohammad Khurshid with a bit of a tame shot there, but well on goal. Just questions being asked of that defensive net being cast. If you give your number 7, if you give your number 9 room to build up a strike, early questions that need early answering here for the game.
Mohammad Khurshid, all-important player for the Seahawks, played brilliantly in that midfield for them in that previous game and got a goal for himself as well with a long-range effort just like that. And here's the Upcountry Lions coming away with the ball. Navin Jude, Abdurrahman Yahya to Mohammad Akil. Da Costa Mpem now, just giving it away to Jude Suban. Looking for Akib. Akib manages to keep it in. Racing for the ball now at this time. It will trickle out of play. And early on, some very tense few moments here.
Yeah, massive run between Akib and the defender does well to deny Akib the ball there.
We've had 2 hat-tricks in this tournament so far. And both players who scored those hat-tricks are playing in this game today. The first of those coming from the foot of Benjamin York in that 9-1 victory against Blue Star. And then last week, Yugesh coming off with a hat-trick of his own. Vijay Sundaram Yugesh. So some very good forwards and attacking display that we'll be witness to today. Good run there by Mohammad Ihsan.
Yeah, Ihsan. Oh, that's a good intercept from the Hawks. Now making a run down the wing. Good tackle. Good tackle from the number from Jude Suban. Really well placed and important to lock down those wings.
Yeah, here's the head coach for the Seahawks, George K. Rev. He only joined them a day before their previous match. The head coach for Upcountry Lions, Fazil Rahman. He's done a good job with his squad as well. He did mention that the Upcountry Lions did start training at least 6 months prior. And it has really shown in the way that they have started this tournament off. In the Champions League, we saw how as the tournament did progress, their teams only got better as they just settled into their roles, got that chemistry right. And we did speak about how it would be so important for the teams to get that chemistry correct from the first game as well. And that's exactly what the Upcountry Lions have done also, along with the Seahawks.
Indeed, here's York passing it on, now making a run down the wing. Good cross, but well intercepted by the Seahawks, who are now looking to build. Really good chemistry on display from both sides here. Not a pass or a touch that has gone to waste. He's looking for that big cross down the mid. That's intercepted.
Uranda Pereira, the Seahawks captain, will play an important role for his team as well. He usually makes those runs as a wing back and is quite adept at putting those sublime crosses into the box. So that's something that the Upcountry Lions defense will have an eye out for as well. Here's the ball out for the number 11, Mohammad Ihsan.
Yeah, he was brilliant in the outing against Red Star. That attack not really coming active or going red hot just yet. Seahawks playing a very possession-heavy brand of football here. But just want to bring to your attention the clarity of their passes. You know, that nothing seems too desperate. They know exactly which player they want to find. Just goes to show how well drilled of an outfit these boys in blue are.
Yeah, the Upcountry Lions now with a bit of space on that right wing. Left wing rather. Some good high pressing from these Seahawks as well to make sure they are not able to find the Upcountry attackers through their midfield, which they've been so good at. Was this opening few minutes of football? We haven't seen a lot of opportunities at goal, but we've definitely seen some good quality football played by both these teams. No foul given as of yet as well. It just goes to show that both these teams are quite disciplined as well in their play. And here are the Seahawks now just dispossessing Ishan off that ball.
That's tough. That's tough. But good awareness to go down in the box.
Brilliant body feint there from Abdurrahman Yahya. And here are the Upcountry Lions, who will be stopped by the Seahawks defense. Some tense opening few moments here. Mohamed Akil with the throw-in. Here's Abdurrahman Yahya once again. You just love to see him with that control of the ball. But now the Seahawks with a counter. Will they be able to make this count?
Yeah, Mohamed Hasmir trying to make space for himself, but he's looked very dangerous as a poacher. He's their go-to man to pick those gaps. The red shirts now pressing high.
Mohamed Mursid with the tackle right on time to stop that initial counter. They'll be looking to create their own tempo, both these teams, and just looking to unsettle their opponents as well. And that'll be the first foul for the game, coming in favor of the Upcountry Lions. Well, the crowds have definitely rolled in for this blockbuster game between these two sides. And here's Naveen Jude, so dangerous in that left wing, getting past one but stopped by the other. Second line of defense coming to the fore. Abdurrahman Yahya looking for that crossfield pass, looking for Ihsan on that right wing.
Yeah, Ihsan struggling to find a touch here. Here's Yahya. She's unable to build a face through. Really good couple of feints coming in whenever the Upcountry Lions have had held possession. Just looking a lot more fluent game by game. Yes, they've not been able to press Seahawks on the attack, but just looking so fluent.
And I definitely feel like this will be a game where there won't be many goals scored, and a lot will depend on how the teams keep possession of the ball. And here's one looking for Benjamin York, but headed away quite well by the Seahawks defense. Abdurrahman Yahya now on the ball, and will be deemed offside by the assistant referee. Good eye. Close one there by the looks of it. Here's Chaturaponnam Peruma looking for his attackers. Mohammad Hasmi on that wing. He was quite good in that previous game as well, alongside Vijay Sundaram Yugesh. That 14-15 combination for the Seahawks. And if the both of them won't get you, Mohammad Khurshid will come into the fore with his blinding runs and exceptional passes as well. Mohammad Khurshid with a very, very good knack for reading the game. Brilliant midfield player, and we'll be having the first corner of the game for the Seahawks. We haven't seen a lot of set piece goals, barely any so far in this tournament. Into that far post, and just out wide. Kavish Lakpriya is not happy with his defense there. For a minute, it almost looked like that went in, just missing that post by a whisker.
Yeah, very dangerous. That was a head attempt from Naveen Viduranga. So much space for him to operate. Something we've seen inside the box is that whenever those forwards have been able to make those runs in, the defenders really have looked very, very absent. It's not gonna look pretty, but I feel like in a set piece you have to crowd the box and just lock down every avenue of possible scoring. Mohammad Khurshid, he's looked really good down that left wing for the Seahawks. Just stealing a couple of balls as well. Now coming down the middle there, Naveen Viduranga. Good intent from the Seahawks.
It will all boil down to which team is better with the possession on the ball. Brilliant footwork by both these teams here. Here's Akib with the ball in his possession. Akib going forward, looking for Yahya. Run for the ball, and it's Akib who will get there first with his pace. Ooh, brilliant tackle by Mohammad Khurshid there. Sliding towards the ball.
Yeah, the jersey number does not do justice to the... Oh my God. That's brilliant! Brilliant!
That's the first goal for the Upcountry Lions. They've broken the deadlock in the 16th, 17th minute of the game. And it looks like it will be Naveen Jude once again who gets the goal for the Upcountry Lions. He will open the scoring. And brilliant ball from Akib as well.
Picked
Look
his
at
man.
the control, Arvin. So good.
Picked his man beautifully. Naveen Jude coming in with that late run. Beautiful effort. Mohammad Akib getting past those two. Massive effort. Just goes to show what a couple of poachers out in front can do for you.
And this is exactly what the Upcountry Lions attack can do. If Benjamin York doesn't get you, it will be Akib. If Akib doesn't get you, it will be Naveen Jude. And if he doesn't get you, it will be Ihsan. And better yet, Abdurrahman Yahya is not shy to come into the attack as well. So Seahawks now under the pump early on. Here's Hasmir looking to punch back. Finds the glove of Kavish Lakpriya, and here's Mohammad Akib once again. Benjamin York now. He will be dispossessed by the Upcountry Lions with each passing minute. are looking more and more dangerous whenever they are in possession of the ball. Naveen Jude, but the first few games he has had brilliant baller from his school days as well. He played for Royal College early on, and during his year, Arvin, I remember, and I was told as well that he carried his entire team with his brilliant pace and exceptional footwork as well. And on showcase now, on display for everyone to see what he can do with the ball at his feet. And here's Mohamed Akib with the cross that will be deflected, still in play.
Yeah, a couple of scares there for the keeper, for Seahawks, coming under a lot of pressure just about now. That number 7 just coming in towards the mid, playing a very box-to-box job there. Once again, Akib looking for Jude. It's Akib's cross that gets the job done.
Yeah, Naveen Jude as well, completely unmarked there. Had that cross been delivered as Akib would have intended it to, I'm quite certain the Seahawks would have been looking at another goal scored. Abdul Hamid El Bastawisi conceding his first goal of the tournament. Seahawks now chasing a goal for the first time in this tournament. Kavish Lakpriya into the box, and will it be the second goal? Has that been cleared? It will be interesting to see, but Mohamed Akib, what a sublime touch there, just to chip it over Abdul Hamid El Bastawisi. And it looks like it won't be a goal at all, but what brilliant defense as well there from the Seahawks.
Ibrahim Ahmed coming in with that bicycle kick to deny Upcountry Lions their second, but what an effort from Akib. Just incredible attack on display here.
This is exactly the type of entertaining football you love to see, Arvin.
Indeed, Bilal. I think that's worth a rewatch just to set our eyes and really see what went down there. Brilliant defense as well. The presence of mind to still go after Akib's ball. But questions piling up now for the Seahawks. That defense coming undone just a little bit now.
Showing the mentality of these Seahawks players as well, and that felt like a tough call, tough foul. And Kavish Lakpriya, what a ball. Just knowing that he has the favors of some brilliant wings.
Yeah, just chipping it over gloves. That's a tough call. That is genuinely a very tough call. But nevertheless, a good through ball here.
Brilliant clearance as well. Presence of mind to just go after that ball. Game of inches. This one played between the Seahawks and the Upcountry Lions.
Yeah, really a beautiful game of football being played between these two sides. Here's the Lions once again trying to build it up from the back. Wastes no time getting it towards the front. Here's the Ghanaian Akib chasing after that ball. Being chased back. Benjamin York has been silent. He's not been too involved in affairs, but I think Jude and Akib. Here's once again chipping it forwards now, just missing the net. Unlucky there. Brilliant through pass, just crossing it forwards. Positioning, Bilal. Talk about awareness, talk about chemistry, talk about knowing your attacker.
Had that been on target, there was no clearing that one from the goal line. But Akib just getting it a bit wayward there. And we've seen a lot of these type of passes, these long-range passes that look for the attackers throughout the tournament. But I've not seen ones that are as potent as the two that we've seen just now. Whenever they go for those long-range passes, it has always been missing its mark, just giving possession away cheaply. But the Upcountry Lions, with the ball at their feet, doing sensationally. Here's Mohamed Hasmir. Dako Sampem manages to get it away from him and will just boot it forward, clearing it away. But it's the Seahawks once again coming away with it and getting his body in between the ball. The Seahawks attacker.
Yeah, Abdul Yaya just going down off of a wayward boot. Dead ball. Relatively early into the game. Just injury stoppage here. We've not seen too many infringements happening, which is lovely to see and report. And I think that will be the hydration break for this first half. Bilal, yeah, receiving prompt medical attention. He's gone down, he stayed down. Let's hope it's nothing too serious.
Nervous faces in the crowd as well. Very exciting, entertaining opening half of the first half. Will be interesting to see what's actually going on there. And there you see the happy chairman of the Upcountry Lions team alongside the Navy officials as well for the Seahawks. Upcountry Lions under his leadership have done brilliantly to secure for themselves an exceptional squad, and they've done extremely well to develop that squad as well. Something that we haven't seen some of these teams do as much as we would have liked them to. Will be interesting to see how they come on here, Arvin, because usually it has been the trend. Whenever there has been a hydration break, there's a possibility of momentum shifting. There you see, lovely to see the crowds as well bringing in their kids. It's a weekday, nevertheless, crowds just rolling in as the evening progresses. It will be interesting to see what these Seahawks do under coach George K. Rev. They'll open proceedings here after that hydration break. Here's Vijay Sundaram Yugesh looking for a sneaky one from below the foot of that wall.
That's Chaturaponna Peruma giving it towards the front. Seahawks still on the hunt.
Here's Mohamed Ehsan. Mohamed Ehsan with his blistering pace will look to go forward, but is met with some solid defense in the form of Kanagaraja Sudarshan for the Seahawks. He's been quite good in that number 4 jersey for the Seahawks. Brilliant body feint there once again to get that ball away, but just not finding his wing. Midfielder David Ikpabi, central cog for the Seahawks team alongside Mohamed Khurshid. Both of them doing exceptionally well in orchestrating that attack and also ensuring that defense is solid.
Yeah, once again, that momentum, like you said, for the Upcountry Lions just coming undone a little bit now. Looking for that winger.
Naveen Jude, this time dropping into the midfield, puts it forward for Akib. Opportunity. Ball still with the Upcountry Lions, who was making some forward runs here. Akib this time guilty of just being offside. Building up some exciting faces once again. We haven't seen Waranda Pereira making those overlapping runs, perhaps being pinned back because of the threat these attackers do possess. Brilliantly intercepted once again, Abdur Rahman Yahya. Now coming into the fore also. Sublime touches here. And that ball will go all the way to the opposite end of the field.
A couple of seconds of reprieve here for the Upcountry Lions, who have been put under the pump after the hydration break. Seahawks looking to go on the attack, but on a couple of occasions the Lions have been able to poach the ball and get it down on the wing towards that box. Nevertheless, here's the Seahawks.
High boot seems to be the call from the referee. And it will be interesting to see, Arvin, if the Upcountry Lions, how the Upcountry Lions actually continue their game after second half, if they go into Lemons with the same scoreline, because we did see them just absorbing a lot of pressure in that previous game. They scored 3 goals, if I'm not mistaken, in that first half. But in the second half, they just slowed things down ever so slightly. Made sure they had that clean sheet as well. Here's Mohamed Asmir with that cross into the box. Will be cleared away. Once again, finding themselves a little on the back foot. The Seahawks. Waranda Pereira with a good pass forward, but too many red jerseys there. Here's Ihsan. Ikpabi does quite well. Ihsan has been properly marked in this game so far. The Seahawks, knowing the type of threat he can pose to their attack. Here's Sudarshan. Brilliant ball forward. Ikpabi going for that shot, but will fall safely into the hands of Kavish Lakpriya, who takes it ever so calmly, ever so coolly, knowing he's got that down.
Now talk about playing the Busquets role in that team. They are just able to create pockets of space for himself where there are none, and so much composure. But now making a run here. Here's Ihsan. Benjamin York unable to get the shot through. Here's their box-to-box player, the number 7, Mohammad Khurshid, trying to negotiate things. Pabi playing the long ball. Upcountry Lions looking more than happy to play on the counter here and park the bus here for a bit. Benjamin York, can he get denied? Immense effort from the goalie, but steps out of the box.
Al-Bastawisi doing what he thought is the best for the game, getting that yellow card for himself. Questionable if it is actually only a yellow, touching the ball so blatantly outside that box. Akib looking for that pass on to Benjamin York. Well, you can understand the frustration from the upcountry players, but they'll be having a free kick, a tough one. Will be interesting to see what they do with it, and the goalkeeper finding himself having to charge down and finding not a lot of support from his defenders either for that rebound. So that's the first yellow card we'll see given to a goalkeeper in this tournament.
Yeah, always fascinating to ponder what you would have done in that situation. Bilal just goes above the cross, misses the crossbar by a couple of inches. Mohammad Akib leading from the front. That was an immense effort from Mohammad Dishan.
Finding themselves a little unsettled now, the Seahawks. The Seahawks, what they have to do is make sure they have possession of the ball. And here's Ihsan once again, into the hands, into the feet rather of Akib. Will he look for the cross? Ihsan makes that run into the box.
Yeah, that was a dive and a half.
Goal kick for El-Bastawisi. I have to say the upcountry Lions have definitely been dominating proceedings here, creating the more attacks. And here's Akib now into Benjamin York, who'll put it for Jude, who's not able to keep it down. Skies that up high. Once again, the upcountry Lions, they keep knocking on that door. And it will be interesting to see how long the Seahawks can actually hold on, the Seahawks defense. The Seahawks will have to score one here, Arvin. They simply have to put some sort of pressure on the upcountry Lions, or they'll be looking at another defeat, at their first defeat rather, of the tournament, unless they can do something to unsettle the upcountry Lions, who are looking so on song so far.
Yeah, Bilal, and you have to mention Mohammad Akib in that number 7 jersey, just playing a brilliant interceptor role, picking up those passes from the back. He's just done a magnificent job, and whenever the Seahawks have been caught in the back line, he's played a brilliant poacher role, just on the hunt near that box, looking for that wayward pass. Just immense effort from all three divisions of this team.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want from your players as well. You want them to be proactive rather than reactive.
Yeah, Naveen Jude now giving chase. Can he get after it?
Naveen Jude attempting to get that ball away from Varanda Manaram Pereira. Here's the captain. Pereira will be looking to do something here to unsettle these upcountry lads. Here's Mohammad Khurshid. We haven't seen a lot of him on the ball after that hydration break. Seahawks will be hoping that they can get him more into the game, because the game just feels ever so much fluent with him on the ball. And here are the Seahawks. Now the Seahawks going for goal, but Kavish Lakpriya with a stunning save there for the Upcountry Lions.
Pawan Vimukti just stepping back in, stutter stepping, completely getting the better of the Upcountry Lions. That could have been the equalizer for them. Pawan Vimukti just unable to keep it below the crossbar. But brilliant save from the skipper, Kavish Lakpriya.
Had that been anyone else, Arvin, I feel like that would have been a stunner of a goal for Vimukti. Here are the Seahawks coming back again with a counter. The Seahawks finding their man, but not finding the target. Well, we spoke about the Seahawks having to put the Upcountry Lions under the pump, and they're definitely doing that now in the latter stages of this first half. They have to keep doing it, Arvin, if they want to see some sort of result going their way.
Yeah, and you have to remember that the Upcountry Lions have not looked too comfortable when they've been pressed into defense. The Seahawks just have to keep asking questions from the side in red.
Here's Da Costa Mpem. Mohamed Akil.
Oh, good tiki-taka play. Just Sudarshan Kanagaraja putting a stop to it from that build-up. Here's Kanagaraja with the throw-in. Here's Murshid once again playing that box-to-box role. He's looked more than happy to come back down and pick off a couple of passes.
Yeah, and he's been quite adept at that as well. Here's Vijay Sundaram Yugesh, the hat-trick scorer for the Seahawks, this time being dispossessed.
Just a couple more minutes before the mandated 45-minute whistle blows. I'm sure we'll have a couple more minutes of play beyond that as well.
Abdur Rahman Yahya just putting his ball, a body rather, in between the ball and the attacker. Around the Monaram Pereira, making sure he's always on Naveen Jude, not allowing him to make any sort of headway. And despite that fact that he has scored a goal for himself, simply speaks to the quality of the player. Here's Mohammad Mursid with the throw-in. Doing quite well to get that ball back. Jude Subban. Akil once again coming into the fray of things alongside Da Costa Mpem, who gives it away, but will recover well. A little bit of scare there for the Upcountry Lions, and coming into the latter stage of this first half, the Seahawks with opportunity now. Here's Vijay Sundaram Yugesh, exceptional feat, still dancing around, looking for that pass, but intercepted quite well. Captain doing well to get possession of that ball. But Akil, or Jude Subban rather, coming to the fore for the Upcountry Lions, making sure the Seahawks don't go forward that way.
Yeah, just a brilliant phase of play here. Vimukti now coming up front to poach.
Pawan Vimukti also scored some sensational goals in that previous game for the Seahawks. He'll be looking to replicate some of those antics in this one as well. And here are the Upcountry Lions looking dangerous now. Still going forward. taken down unslightly. That was Ihsan on the ball. You can just see the quality of the player there. Free kick opportunity. Wilson Ose and Abdurrahman Yahya around the ball. Ose now moving forward. And this time, still going forward, the Upcountry Lions with a chip that goes across the face of goal. Just teasing the fans here. And another close shave, Avin.
Yeah, Naveen Jude just coming off of his weak foot as well. Akib, had he made that run a couple of seconds earlier, might have finished the job, but unlucky for the Upcountry Lions on the eve, on the precipice of half-time.
It's wonderful to see the players' families as well in the crowd. Here's Naveen Jude, now creating another opportunity for the Lions. Akib, now it's Benjamin York who's not able to put it away. Benjamin York with another opportunity. He will only find the post.
Yeah, I thought that would be nothing but net off. That second touch just put a thundercracker flying down the left goal post. Unfortunate. Just let it hang around a little bit too much.
Yeah, Bastavisi also doing quite well to make sure he goes for that near post where he had more defenders and blocking that angle for the far post as well. And we'll be having 4 minutes of extra time here. 4 more minutes of some blockbuster action between these two teams. Just 1 goal scored so far. Here's the ball looking for that Seahawks attacker, Mohamed Hasmir. All of the defenders for both teams putting in some exceptional shifts. Benjamin York now dropping into the midfield.
Good through ball there to Jude, who's now being marked. Seahawks now once again trying to build it up from the back, on the hunt for goal number 1. Can they beat that high block? Trying to come in with the cross, but brilliant effort from Jude coming back in. Now playing a very versatile role.
Seahawks with a corner. If they can steal a goal for themselves here in extra time of this first half, I just feel like they will be the happier team going into Lemons despite being level. Opportunity cleared away from the Upcountry Lions, but now a corner from the other side. They'll be looking to take it quickly here. 2 players going forward, but it will be Mohamed Khurshid who will be looking to make the cross. Khurshid is no slouch. He can get that to pinpoint perfection, but not this time. Just overcooks it. And it does look like, will it be another corner? No, it's not. Goal kick for Kavish Lakpriya. Tense few closing minutes here. The Upcountry Lions will want to make sure they have possession of the ball as the half-time whistle is blown. Here's Naveen Jude making a run forward. Is his defense. It's Mohamed Mursid in that number 4 jersey. Making some overlapping runs now in the closing few minutes of the first half. Here's Akib. Akib. Ball at his feet. This time just gives it away, and Mohammad Hasmir now will be dispossessed once again, but we have Mohammad Murshid going down. Perhaps being unfairly challenged, but the referee will keep the game flowing. Uranda Pereira marking Akib there, and Akib gets the better of him. Mohammad Murshid clutching the back of his neck there.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what exactly transpired there, but Murshid back on his feet, adamantly arguing his case. But only a couple of seconds left on the clock now before we go into lemons. Country Lions, it will be interesting to see whether they park the bus or not in this second half to come. Number 5 with the through ball, but well intercepted by the Seahawks. And that will be the first half for you folks. 1-0 up, the Country Lions with a brilliant piece of attacking, poaching play, courtesy of an assist of Mohammad Akib. And it's Naveen Jude, who finds the back of the net on a couple of occasions. Mohammad Akib as well as Benjamin York were able to get shots on goal, but nonetheless a brilliant defense from the Seahawks, proving more than enough to resist repeated attacks and shots on goal. Seahawks on the other hand did look threatening in that first half, but the scorecard tells the story, folks. Upcountry Lions 1, Seahawks 0. And this is the story of how it happened, folks. Immediately after kickoff, Bilal, it was just pandemonium. Just a brilliant clinical play. Couple of shots on goal, courtesy of Seahawks, but this was the cross, Akib's cross, and Naveen Jude found the back of the net immediately.
Few more opportunities coming in for the Upcountry Lions. This one, what a brilliant goal clearance there from the Seahawks. Just they kept knocking on the door over and over again, both these teams, and it's turning out to be a low scoring thriller here at the Sugadasa Stadium. We'll talk about that shot from Pavam Vimukti, and that save from the captain Kavish Lakpriya, making sure he did not concede. And this one by Benjamin York felt like he would have been rewarded had he gone to that far post, but El Bastavisi doing well to suffocate that angle. And with that, what an exciting first half we've had. Upcountry Lions in the lead by a single goal, a slender lead by any means, and we'll be going into a short commercial break, but we'll be back with a lot of live action from the second half right here from the Sugadasa Stadium.
චමින්ද නීල් ස්ටේන්වල් මෙම පුහුණු පාඨමාලාවේ ප්‍රධාන උපදේශක විදිහට කටයුතු කරනවා. ඉතින් මේ පාඨමාලාවේ ගොඩක් අපි කතා කරන්නේ ටෙක්නිකල් ටැක්ටිකල් සම්බන්ධව දේවල්, විශේෂයෙන්ම ග්‍රාස් රූට් වයසේ ළමයටත් යූත් ළමයටත් අපි මොනවද අපි පුහුණු වීම වලදී ලබා දෙන්න ඕන කියලා. ඉතින් මේක මම විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ කෝස් එක පටන් ගන්න ඕනේ කියලා ලංකාවට හඳුන්වා දෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා කල්පනා කරේ. ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ පාපන්දු ඇකඩමි දැන් ගොඩක් බිහි වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම පාසලට, ඒ වගේම සමාජගත කරන්න. එතකොට මේ ඇකඩමි වල ඉන්න කෝචස්ලා ඒගොල්ලෝ හරහා තමයි මේ දැනුම ග්‍රාස්රූට් ළමයට යන්නේ විශාල සංඛ්‍යාවක් ඇකඩමි වල පුහුණුවීම් ලබනවා. නමුත් මං හිතනවා මේ කෝචස්ලාට මේ නොලෙජ් එක යන්න ඕනේ. ඒ නිසා මේ පාඨමාලාව ඔබ හදාරනවා කියන්නේ පුහුණුකරුවෙක් විදිහට රටේ අනාගතේ මීට වැඩිය හොඳ තැනකට අපේ රටේ ක්‍රීඩකයන්ව ගෙනියන්න පුළුවන්. බොහොම ස්තුතියි.
මම හර්ෂිනී මදුෂානි ගම්පහ තක්ෂිලා විද්‍යාලයෙන්. ඇත්තට මම හිතන්නේ ගොඩාක් අත්දැකීම් ගත්තා. අපි බොහොම පිරිසක් මේත් එක්ක එකතු වුණා. සියලුම දෙනා මම හිතනවා ගොඩාක් පාපන්දු හැකියාව කුසලතා වර්ධනය කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා A to Z කියලා දෙනවා. ඒක ඇත්තටම වටිනවා. C license course එකත් එහා ගිහිල්ලා මේ ප්‍රායෝගික ප්‍රැක්ටිකල් පුහුණුවීම් ගොඩාක් අපිට ලැබලා දුන්නා. ඒ තුලින් මම හිතනවා රටේ අනාගතයට මේක හරියට ක්‍රියාවට නැන්නුවොත් රටේ අනාගතේ හොඳ පාපන්දු ක්‍රීඩකයන් බිහි කරීමේ හැකියාව අපි සියලු දෙනාටම තියෙනවා. සියලු දෙනාටම මම ආරාධනා කරනවා මේ පුහුණුවීම්ගේ වලින් ගන්න පුළුවන් උපරිම ප්‍රතිඵල අරගෙන රටේ අනාගත දක්ෂ පාපන්දු ක්‍රීඩකයන් බිහි කරමු කියලා.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நான் டிலக்ஷன் நொதர்ன் ப்ரவின்ஸ் மன்னாரில் இருந்து வந்திருக்கிறேன். கிராஸ் ரூட் கோச்சிங் கோர்ஸுக்கு வந்திருக்கிறேன். இது உண்மையிலே ஒரு பிரியோசனமான பயனுள்ள ஒரு கோர்ஸ். ஸ்கூல் கோச்சர்ஸ், பிடி டீச்சர்ஸ், ஃபுட்பாலில் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கிற எல்லாருமே கட்டாயம் இந்த கோர்சஸை நீங்கள் ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும். லாங்குவேஜ் பிரச்சனை இங்கே இல்லை. கட்டாயம் இந்த கோர்ஸை நீங்கள் எல்லோரும் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுங்கள். இது ஒரு வெளிவான கோர்ஸ். இதற்கால ஒரு ஃப்யூச்சர் உங்களை ஃபுட்பாலில் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருக்கிறவங்களை வளர்க்குறதுக்கு ஒரு பிரியோசனமான கோர்ஸாக அமையும்.
Hi, my name is Reginald Eroshin. I love this game because this is something that everyone should love in Sri Lanka, not just in Sri Lanka. If you see, if you take the international grounds, everyone loves football. I thought I want to do this professionally, and when I was looking into it in the academy itself, I was introduced to Football Federation Sri Lanka, and I was announced that there is a course that you can do from the beginning itself. From grassroots to D license, C license, A license, and every other license that is capable of me coaching for even local and international football teams. If you are interested, if you are a player, and if you are looking forward to do something about this sport for the international or the local market, where students can learn football, where you would love to teach about football, this would be the perfect course. If you want to start somewhere, grassroots coaching sessions will be the first fundamental stuff where you can learn a lot of things that even most of mainstream players doesn't know. So if you love the game, play the game, or learn it and teach it.
චමින්දනීල් ස්ටේන්වල් මෙම පුහුණු පාඨමාලාවේ ප්‍රධාන උපදේශක විදියට කටයුතු කරනවා. ඉතින් මේ පාඨමාලාවේ ගොඩක්
පාපන්දුව අපිට විශේෂයි. 2020 තර වෙනකොට අපි හිටියේ පාපන්දු ලෝක ශ්‍රේණිගත කිරීම වල 206 වෙනි ස්ථානයේ. අපි දැන් 187 වෙනි ස්ථානය දක්වා ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා.
සරසරටම එකතු වෙන ජය පිටියක්
රටවල් 20ක් අවුරුදු එකහමාරක් වගේ ඇතුළත අභිබවලා ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒක මම හිතන්නේ පාපන්දු ශේෂ්ත්‍රය අපිට විශාල ජයග්‍රහණයක්. තව මෙතනත් ඉස්සරහට ගිහිල්ලා අපිට ආසියාවේ හොඳම කණ්ඩායම් බවට පත් වෙන්න අපි උත්සාහ දරමින් ඉන්නවා.
අපි දිනමු ජය ගමන පෙරට අපි දිනමු.
ක්‍රීඩකයන් අතර පාපන්දු ක්‍රීඩාව ජනප්‍රිය කරන්න අපි විශාල උත්සාහයක් ගනිමින් ඉන්නවා.
රටම එකතු වෙන ජය පිටියක්.
අපිට මේ අවුරුද්දේ අපි උත්සාහ ගන්න ඊළඟට අපිට එන දකුණු ආසියානු පාපන්දු තරඟාවලියේ කුසලානය දිනා ගන්න අපි තරඟ කරන්න තමයි අපි සැලසුම් කරන්නේ. අවුරුදු 31කට පස්සේ අපි මේ උත්සාහය ගන්න. මොකද අපි අවුරුදු 31කින් කුසලානය ජයග්‍රහණය කළා නැහැ. ඉතින් ඒ වෙනුවෙන් අපි වැඩසටහන් ගණනාවක් හදලා තියෙනවා.
දිනමු හැම බන්දු පාපන්දු දිනමු 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 නැත වේද නැත වාද රට දිනන තැනට හැමදේම
finds a pass. Here's an opportunity. What a shot! And Leon Barrera wrecks the network for the home side in what was an absolutely beautiful move for Sri Lanka. Sam Duran down his left flank, running into space, squares it, and what an assist! Oh, what a play!
Went through the first 40. Silva making a break in the corner, drives it in the middle,
And that's the first goal. It's Raja Mohan. The 2-goal cushion will really put Chinese Taipei out of this tie. And once again now, De Silva, as we mentioned about that 2-goal cushion.
Here's Swazik driving that in. That's the third goal for Sri Lanka.
From range, and that's been the kind of day, but Kellogg makes no mistake to give for Sri Lanka.
fires a shot, and that's the first goal.
Welcome back, folks, to the scintillating Week 3 matchup. It's match number 14 between the Upcountry Lions and Seahawks FC. As of right now, just a few seconds away from kickoff of the second half, the Upcountry Lions are leading by just the one goal. It's been a thrilling encounter, brilliant defensive work from both sides, but ultimately it was Naveen Jude, courtesy of a brilliant cross from Muhammad Aqib, that did the scoring, finding the back of the net with a deft touch from the Upcountry Lions. As for the Seahawks, well, they've been very threatening in certain passages of play, and they'll be looking to equalize and hopefully get one over the side in red. Joining me in the booth is Bilal. Welcome back.
Good evening once again, Arvin, and crack off a game like we did mention on our hands here. All yet to be seen how exactly the Seahawks will respond to the brilliance shown by Upcountry Lions. Yeah, very good evening, Arvin. Brilliance shown by Upcountry Lions, but it'll all remain to be seen on how exactly the Seahawks will respond to this one goal deficit they are facing right now. Interesting to see Mohamed Mursid making those overlapping runs as well when the Seahawks are in possession. This time, just a little too much on that. Abdul Hamid El Bastawisi will stroll around his box with the ball at his feet.
Yeah, he's looking for purchase down the wing. He's gone on up and under. Yeah, heading it out in front. Benjamin York with one touch, two. Unclear what stopped play there. That's offside. Unlucky for York. That had his name written all over it.
And early on in the second half, it will be the Upcountry Lions who almost get that first shot on target as well. But good awareness shown by the Seahawks defense also there to play Benjamin York offside. Here's Khurshid. It's so important for the Seahawks that Khurshid gets more time on the ball. This time Naveen Jude is unable to keep it down once again. Thought for all money. That would have been the Upcountry Lions' second goal. He did everything brilliantly, getting that intercept, but that shot, perhaps the uneven bounce as well. You can see on the ground there a lot of dry grass as well. So perhaps the uneven bounce getting to him, but he's a much better player than that, Arvin, isn't he?
Indeed, Bilal, that had his name written all over it. Unlucky there for Jude to not capitalize on that one.
But the upcountry Lions definitely keeping their foot on the pedal here. And here's Mohammad Mursid now.
Yeah, just being bossed around there, being locked down by 3 defenders. Unlucky, but here's the Seahawks now finding an awful lot of space. Here's there, number 15. Brilliant run there. Unfortunately, Mohammad Hasmir, yeah, stutter steps it. Unfortunately, overcooks it, sends it over the crossbar. Brilliant defensive effort from Yaya, who came in to deny Hasmir his attempt. This was Benjamin York's previous run-in with the sideline referee. It's a corner. Good set piece here for the Seahawks. Good long line cross. Well cleared.
York taken down illegally. What a run that was by Mohammad Hasmir. He skipped past one defender. He made so much space. And we really thought that that would have been the equalizer that the Seahawks were looking for.
Yeah, Hasmir now making a couple of runs now.
Hasmir also in that instance doing brilliantly, but just not getting that final finish on the mark. Perhaps he could have taken it one touch earlier when all he had to do was beat Kavish Lakpriya there, and was a bit confusing also as to why Dacosta Mpem didn't really go for Mohammad Hasmir there. He was maintaining his line, perhaps expecting Abdur Rahman Yahya to do what he did. Nevertheless, the score still remains at 1-0 in favor of the Upcountry Lions.
Yeah, that was risky there from Abdul Rahman Yaya. Good cross from Mohammad Khurshid, but unfortunately well handled. It's a battle of headers here. Khurshid fighting for possession, going down. Yeah, Benjamin York just struggling to maintain possession there.
Coach Georgie Ray with some instructions there from the touchline. And we'll be having an early substitution early on in the second half. Ahmed Akif coming on for Navin Viduranga. Floated into the box there. Going for goal. Well, those long-range efforts did work for the Seahawks in the previous game where they won 7-0, which is why perhaps they keep going for it. Gaining some purchase. Here's Ihsan with the throw. Ihsan making that overlapping run. Benjamin York just not being able to find that through pass, but he's done well here to recover the ball. Here's Akib. Akib on to Abdurrahman Yahya. Goes for another long-range effort there. Here's the replay.
Yeah, both sides not being afraid to really go for goal here. You would think that the Upcountry Lions, given the quality of the Hawks' attack, would deem it fit to park the bus, especially given they're attacking at such a high line. But not really being unafraid to take the fight to the Seahawks goalie.
Mursid there, clearing it away. And here's the captain, Varanda Pereira, with the throw-in into Yugesh, but well negotiated there from the Upcountry defense, and they win themselves a foul as well. Yugesh has been kept quite quiet here in this encounter by the Upcountry defenders, and that was Jude Subanda. What a game he's had so far. Alongside his fellow defenders, they've been simply exceptional in this game.
Yeah, indeed. Something to note, Bilal Ahmed Akif, I think it was important to sub him in and blood some fresh energy into that attack. You could see that he's poaching it quite well. Here's Akif once again looking for that cross. Here's Jude in the middle looking for that through ball. Benjamin York waiting for it, but unfortunately, very fortunately for the side in blue, Pawan Vimukti coming in clutch. Just completely neutralizing the three-pronged attack. They had two attackers waiting in the middle. Akif with the cross, just a little too tame, and Vimukti negotiates it beautifully.
Once again, Mohamed Akif proving to be a threat on that wing. And here's Ihsan now. Ihsan with a sublime touch into Upcountry Lions, and a deflection will put that out of play, but it will be another corner on the opposite end, on the opposite side rather, for the Upcountry Lions, and that was Mohamed Akil this time. Mohamed Akil with the shot at goal.
Yeah,
here's Naveen Jude with the cross. Naveen Jude, it curves in, but a bit too much of curve on that. Will fall right on top of goal, and the Seahawks will breathe a sigh of relief as they get that goal kick.
Yeah, Naveen Jude has just looked incredible from that corner set piece as well as in front of goal. From anywhere really in the field, he's been such a credible goal scoring threat. He will put the Seahawks on notice here. Plenty more fans now joining the fray.
Here's Ose on the ball. Ose looking for Naveen Jude, but well intercepted by Varanda Pereira. Varanda Pereira puts it in for the new number 11 who just came in, Akif. And what a pass that was from Pereira.
Yeah, Pereira has been a box-to-box player. He's playing coming off of that back four just to build up a phase so that Akif can look for the through ball. Mohamed Akib now coming down to the midfield to try and negotiate some space. It's as good as it's gonna get. Unfortunate for the star striker Benjamin York. He was looking for it.
That's a close call, Arvin. Very close call there. Play will resume. Seahawks now finding themselves just a little unsettled here. They haven't been able to find or string any meaningful passes together so far for themselves. They just have to slow the pace of the game down just a little bit and create their own tempo once again. They're just being sucked into the playing style of the Upcountry Lions, and that's not doing them any good so far. Both these teams adopting a similar sort of approach whenever they are on the ball in the second half, going for that 2-4-4 attacking formation, committing a lot of attackers forward. And the defenders also making those overlapping runs. And here's a beautiful run by Ihsan there. Abdurrahman Yahya has his wings going forward. Akib, will he go for goal this time? El Bastawisi does well to suffocate that shot. Well, the coach is a bit frustrated, to say the least.
Yeah, Naveen Jude just waiting with bated breath on the other side. Yeah, Bilal, I think the gaffer's quite right for being a little frustrated there. Maybe not at the player, but at the chance that went flying.
Couldn't have put it better, Arvin. That was quite a good chance. And the overseas keeper also doing quite well once again to make that save. Just coming off of his line. He has done that quite a few times. He has paid off for him.
Yeah, indeed. He's kept a clean sheet so far, aside from that solitary goal. Here's the skipper once again, crossing it back in, looking for Akif. Can the number 15 finish the job?
Coming tantalizingly close once again to scoring a goal. The Seahawks, and once again, off of a brilliant cross of the captain, Orlando Pereira. We did mention the threat he poses with that cross whenever he infuses himself into the attack. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yes, yeah, I think Akib didn't quite read that through ball. And here's the Seahawks once again. Jude trying to mark his man down. That's headed off into no man's land. But now Orlando Pereira and his men asking a couple of interesting questions here from the defense for Upcountry. They've looked best when they've been on the attack. Seahawks would do well to remember that. Here's the through ball. Yeah, clubbing it through on the wing. Here's the through ball. Here's Muhammad Akib. This could be the opening for Benjamin York. Passes it off to Naveen Jude, making his way back to the center. Unlucky there, but Naveen Jude
Country Lions with what seemed like another chance once again this time.
Yeah.
Jude with a sublime touch.
Oh, unlucky there. That's a brilliant angle. Couple of inches downwards, and that could have found the back of the net. Jude, but talk about your goal scoring threat there. Akib, just brilliant poaching in the front. Just picking off those through balls, those long passes. Just beautifully. Yes, Jude has been the sole goal scorer, but for me, Bilal, I would say there's an argument to be made that the more dangerous player up in that front three is the number 7, Mohammad Akib. But nevertheless, once again building up a phase here. Jude looking to poach that one. The number 14 looking for that ball. That's that does not find his man. Here's Yaya working his way through the midfield, trying to get past 1, 2, falls to the third, passing it forward now. Possession now with the Seahawks, passing it back, taking the tempo off a couple of notches, looking for the man here.
How important has that man Ibrahim Ahmed been for the Seahawks defense? Previously with that brilliant goal line clearance. Being solid on defense as well. Here's Mohammad Mursid looking for Jude. Mursid once again. Jude making the run. Here's Naveen Jude. He's got acres of space. He puts on the afterburners. Naveen Jude still going. cross into the box, or pass into the box rather, but didn't find the man he was looking for. Upcountry Lions probing into that area once again, and Naveen Jude, talk about that pace he has. There was no way the defender was catching him. Here's Benjamin York, Mursid. Mursid will be dispossessed by the defense. Here's Mohammad Hasmir. Now tussle for the ball. Upcountry Lions come away with it. Jude Suban on the other side, looking for Akib. Seahawks now on the counter. This is turning out to be one exciting game. Both these teams just keep going up the gears here, not relaxing for a single minute. That is what has been exceptional to see. Definitely one of the best games that we've seen throughout this tournament so far in terms of the quality both of these teams have shown.
Yeah, that scoreline does seem very deceptively simple. It's not been a high-scoring affair, but therein lies the beauty, Bilal. Both sides have had to work immensely hard, and you can see it in the structure as well. Oh, how I wish we had that replay, that interactive replay option available for you folks, just to show you how good and tight those lines have been. Couple of substitutions coming in. Number 22, K. Sudarshan coming in lieu of Rajakaruna, and Mohammad Safran coming in lieu of Sudarshan. Now Akib putting pace on the ball, getting past a couple of defenders. That's a huge challenge. Goes flying, immediately booked.
Feels like a yellow card is a little too lenient for that one. Akib with plenty of space gets that ball away, and that was a cynical tackle, if nothing else. Here's that look once again, going for the leg there. That's simply not the best of football that you would like to see in this highest level of Sri Lankan football there. Well, he'll be booked. 2 yellow cards now for the Seahawks. That's exactly the type of pressure this attacking threat of the Upcountry Lions have put on the Seahawks. They'll be having a free kick here. Will be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah, not a lot of players in the box there, but you can see Mohammad Mursid making his way down the wing sneakily.
Looking for Naveen Jude, but he'll only find the tall defenders. But Ihsan comes away with it. Ihsan still with the ball at his feet, hounded by 2 defenders. He'll now put it away for Wilson Ose. Wilson Ose to Abdurrahman Yahya. Mursid now. Mursid will just give that ball away. He has made those overlapping runs, but that's the second time now that he has been dispossessed in that position. Here's the captain. Captain uncharacteristically gives it away for the Upcountry Lions. Akib looking for his makeshift winger. But Hasmir will come away with it. Here's Khurshid now once again. The Seahawks have to make sure Khurshid is more involved whenever they are on the ball.
Indeed. Now here's Jude. Once again, that pace just starting to come off the blocks.
Taken down once again. We are seeing this happen to the Upcountry wingers one too many times. Pavan Vimukti this time.
Yeah, he's normally been a gun defender for the Seahawks. Sweeper keeper now coming in, playing it down the wing now. Seahawks trying to make some room for themselves. Oh, well negotiated. Akib now retreating into that playmaker role. Going down to CAM. Yeah. Playing the pivot through that midfield. Here's opportunity gone begging for the Seahawks. Huge through ball. Here's York. Naveen Jude trying to build some pace, but Blues crowding that box now. Yeah, looking for his man down the wing. Can he make it? Beaten for pace there. Jude.
Well, they're getting that ball into the right areas there, the upcountry attack, but the defense doing just enough to unsettle these attackers and forcing them to just get off balance in that instance. Push that by Mohammad Akib on Khurshid and the youngster just showing that he won't take any touchback here. Mohammad Akib also just calming things down a little bit there. He knows how this young blood can actually boil when they are one down as well.
Yeah, that will be the hydration break. A little bit of a tiff between the two number 7s. Tell you one thing, they won't be exchanging greetings. 70 minutes on the clock. Around 20-25 minutes of play left. It'll be interesting to see plenty more fans now dribbling in. It'll be interesting to see how the relative lack of light might play a factor as the play goes by.
Country Lions up by 1 goal, but the Seahawks will know that although they are facing a deficit, it's just still 1 goal. They can scrap something out of the remaining few minutes here. These are the chances that the Upcountry Lions have had, and chances are plenty for them. What about that clearance? One for the highlight reel indeed. If not for that, Upcountry Lions would have gone up by 2 goals. Ibrahim Ahmed has been crucial in defense, and the Upcountry Lions could have definitely afforded to be a lot more decisive with the ball at their feet, with that finishing. Naveen Jude, plenty of chances for himself. That last one as well, hitting that crossbar. And we'll be having one final quarter of the game. Plenty of action in store. The Upcountry Lions have done everything to dominate proceedings here, but just a few more attacking passages of play from the Seahawks, and if they are able to score 1 more goal, that will change the entire complexion of the game. Here's Jude Subban. Kavish Lakpriya to Mohammad Murshid. And Naveen Jude will draw the foul. Varanda Pereira, the guilty party this time. Murshid, he's been brilliant in defense for the upcountry Lions. But making those overlapping runs, he could definitely be a bit better. But looking for those attackers, Akib, Abdurrahman Yahya looking for that through ball. It'll fall at the feet of Akib.
Oh, misses that far post. But that's been called offside. Isan being called on the off. Akib will not like that one bit. Chance gone begging for the upcountry Lions. Still 1-0. Huge long effort. Seahawks now parking the bus, trying to work something down the wing. Here's Akib once again poaching. Here's York. Will it be on goal? Gone begging. How did they miss that? Oh dear, oh dear. That was Mohammad Isan. That had his name. Could have threaded it, could have chipped it, but no. Unfortunately, Bilal, something about that uneven bounce near the box just not allowing the strikers to really find their footing. But no excuses. That should have seen the back of the net.
These are chances that the upcountry Lions will be hoping that won't come back to haunt them if the Seahawks are able to equalize. Mohammad Akil going down. That's a relatively happy and also nervous upcountry bench there. They know they've had plenty of chances, but it can all be whisked away with one simple touch from these Seahawk attackers. And that will be another yellow card by the looks of it. This time to Vijay Sundaram Yugesh. Is it? He'll be waiting for confirmation. But 3 yellow cards now that we've seen throughout this Seahawks game. Not the best look for them. Here's Abdurrahman Yahya. He's also been instrumental in the midfield for the upcountry Lions. He'll be looking to notch a few more assists under his belt before the close of this game. Or a few more goals would help as well. And no, it is David Ikpabi who that yellow card is directed towards. Here's the captain, Orlando Pereira. Will not find his man, Da Costa Empem, making sure that ball is thrown out of play, kicked out of play. What a shift he's put on. Here's the captain with the long throw in into the box. Akib with the clearance. Good control there shown by the substitute, Madhushan Rajakaruna. Fresh legs infused into that defense, because that's something that the coach would have had a look at as well. Georgie Rev making sure that he needs some fresh legs here to deal with the threat. The attacking trio, or rather quadruple, has shown for the upcountry Lions. Wilson Ose, just with a slight limp, will resume play. Here the Seahawks now. Mohammad Akif on the ball. Ahmed Akif. Ahmed Akif with a brilliant through ball into Hasmir. Hasmir looking to pass it down, but will find a wall of red jerseys. Coordinated defense from them. Finding Hasmir once again. This time Akib will do the trick. Upcountry Lions now committing a lot of players into defense there. Akib himself coming back. Here's Wilson Ose. Ose to Mursid. Mursid looking for Jude Subban. And the ball will go out of play. Upcountry throw in. And we'll be having another substitution. Vijay Sundaram Yugesh, the previous hat-trick scorer, coming off. And it will be Nagur Mira who's making his way onto the park there. Nagur Mira didn't have the best of games last week. He looked a little off color whenever he was on the ball and didn't look as dynamic as he should be, but he'll be looking to make amends this time as he takes center stage for the Seahawks, replacing Yugesh. Here's Mursid making his way for another throw in. Naveen Jude in the fray will be marked by the captain Pereira, who does an exceptional job in getting that ball. However, opportunity goes a begging once again, and Ikpabi David now into the feet of Mohammad Safran. Another substitute. Opportunity for the Seahawks. They're not able to put it into the back of the net, courtesy of a very good piece of goalkeeping, but it looks like there is a penalty for the Upcountry Lions here, or the Seahawks rather. No, there isn't. Well,
yeah, that would have been quite the scare for the Upcountry Lions for sure.
Little bit of confusion that is put to rest now, and even the bench just getting agitated by what they thought was a call for the penalty.
Yeah, for sure. Lakpriya trying to find his man. Instead finds a sea of blue. Here's Akib finding first touch, just unable to get legs underneath that ball. Jude
Lakpriya has been tested this game, and he has always come out on top whenever he has been tested.
Yeah, Kurshit more than happy to come down to the midfield. Good poach from Jude. Man on the right wing was waiting for that cross.
Final 10 minutes of the game, and both these teams are just notching up 1 or 2 gears here. Naveen Jude has to get it this time, and no, he doesn't. Another opportunity for the Upcountry Lions. He had all the time in the world and had to put it into the back of the net. Just wasn't able to. Decisive pass there from Ihsan.
Ihsan couldn't have set it up better for Jude. Completely makes a mess of it. Oh, but that's such a lifeline for the Seahawks. That would have been game done and dusted if Jude had found the back of the net there. 3 times now he's been denied.
Yeah, the Seahawks definitely been given a lifeline here. And if they can equalize right now with just around 9 minutes to go, well, they'll be the happier team. Here's Boranda Pereira. Fall into the hands of Kavish Lakpriya. Safe hands from the skipper, who'll boot it forward, looking for his men. Here's Akib. Akib now dropping into the midfield. Interesting tactic here by coach Fazul Rahman. Here's Akib. Akib now puts it into Naveen Jude. Once again, he has to make this count. Naveen Jude is denied by the post. Yet again, He's frustrated. He has had so many opportunities. Once again, having so much time. He'll be looking to strike back and strike back with venom. So many opportunities, Arvin.
Yeah, just a little speechless at the moment. The umpteenth opportunity. The umpteenth chance created for Jude. You could see that Akib was looking for Jude. He was on the outside, completely unmarked as well. But Bilal, let's not beat the dead horse here. What I am looking at is a Jude that is completely unmarked when he's inside the box.
Yeah, it's happened on several occasions. Here's Nagur Mira. This time Nagur Mira making some headway. Cleared away. And Abdurrahman Yahya will just boot that down to the opposite end. El Bastawisi having to recover the ball. And Country Lions now looking to absorb the pressure in these final few minutes. And it will be a tense few closing minutes in this encounter here. Seahawks will be happy if they can equalize. And it will be a foul call by the ref in favor of the Seahawks. In favor of the Upcountry Lions, rather. Naveen Jude in that wing. Benjamin York making his way forward. Abdurrahman Yahya looking for space. Jude Subban this time gets to the ball, but El Bastawisi does well to see that threat. Make sure Subban isn't able to get into the position he would have wanted him to. And play will resume. Seahawks looking for a goal. Here's opportunity. Ihsan running down on that wing. But Akib does well. Akib puts it to Ihsan.
Oh, Ihsan botches that through ball. Unfortunate there. That could have been a beautiful phase of play. Bilal, I can see it in your face. I saw it. You saw it. The viewers probably saw it as well. The possibilities were there for the taking. Unfortunately, Upcountry Lions is coming undone on that counter. But Akib, talk about his countering. Coming from the box. Covering the entire length of the pitch. He's played a hand in defense, but never mind that now. Oh, both players going down. For the Hawks and the Lions both. Massive injuries here now. They wouldn't want any of these players being handed a blue. Oh, that looked a tough physical challenge.
They'll be hoping their talismanic winger will be okay. Upcountry Lions can also boast about two of their junior players, Shadin Sahid and M.F. Abdullah, who have been selected to the under-20 national pool. Talk about squad depth, Arvin. That's exactly the type of depth you'd want going into a tournament as well. And that challenge there.
Yeah, Bilal, what's your take on that challenge? That, listen, the red number 21, he's the one receiving medical attention, yes, but a little haphazard from him to come down charging. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who gets the yellow here. Yeah, rightfully so. The lad, he's played an immense role, and we'll be hoping that that niggle fixes itself in no time.
There will be a substitution as well as Naveen Jude limps out of play hopefully from an injury that he can recover from in a few days. It will be Fazuldin Abdullah who will take his place on that left wing. There's the replay once again. Not the prettiest of challenges. And now opportunity for Seahawks to equalize here. Seahawks float it in right into the hands of the reliable skipper.
Oh dear, that winger was right there. Akib now, he sees the chance to be created. Will it be a through? Onto no man's land. Fazuldin Abdullah just taking a bit of time to warm up. Unfortunately doesn't find the pace on his boot to get Akib's cross through rather. Well defended by Jude Subban.
Final few minutes of the game. Certainly a lot of tension up here in the commentary box and in the stands as well. And it felt like the player went for the ball there. Will be an interesting replay. It's the captain, Varanda Pereira, who has gone down.
Yeah, he looks to be in a bit of pain. In the dying moments of the game. Yeah, Bilal, that looked awfully close to me. It seemed like Mursid got a good chunk of the foot on the ball.
And perhaps the upended spikes, the reason why he was given that yellow card. However, it did look like he did get ball first there. And it's always interesting to see, Arvin, whenever there have been these challenges, there's always been Mohammad Akib has made sure he has always made his way there and not let tensions escalate, which shows the type of leadership that he possesses as well. And here's Hasmir with the cross. He's cleared away for now. 4 extra minutes added onto this second half. 4 extra minutes for the Upcountry Lions to hold on. 4 extra minutes for the Seahawks to find an equalizer. Here's Mursid, or Abdullah rather, chasing after that ball. Still in possession. Looking for Yahya once again with a brilliant bit of work there on the ball. Still going. Still looking for that elusive second goal are the Upcountry Lions. Here's Ihsan. Ihsan doesn't get it into the back of the net, but ever so close once again from the Upcountry Lions.
Yeah, Yahya and Ihsan coming in clutch there. Just going across the face of the goal. Going for far post. Tell you what, chances created. If that was a game-winning metric, Upcountry Lions would be winning by a landslide here. Thankfully, they are one up on the scoreboard as well.
Here's Yahya to Mursid. Mursid kicks it on to Varanda Pereira.
Yeah, Wilson Ose and Abdul Rahman Yahya have been 2 brilliant pivots on that midfield. Talk about chances created.
Opportunity for Benjamin York. Can he put it in? Denied by the post once again. This time he was not offside, Arvin.
Oh dear. York will be ripping the hairs off of his scalp.
Just looking to power that one through. Upcountry Lions coming tantalizingly close again and again.
And talk about this man, Akib, just creating chances, picking off the through ball, seeing those channels. And his ability to take defenders on, corral them like 3-4 at a time and create space for Jude when he was still playing. Oh, really good. Mursid, Akib now. Fazuldin Abdullah just unable to keep his hands on the ball. Back to the backyard. Here's the skipper. Just around a minute and a half left to go.
And they are not looking to kill time here. They are looking for that second goal. Love this mentality from the Upcountry Lions.
Fazuldin Abdullah now just trying to cover all of the defenders. Akib now joining the fray.
Just around a minute now. It's turning out to be one exciting finish. Here's Akib now on the left wing. Akib brilliantly keeps that in. Akib still going. Mohamed Akib still in possession. Here's that cross that comes in. But it will be well defended by the Seahawks. Here's Ikpabi David. Wilson Ose taking him on. Pawan Vimukti will bring the ball back as per the referee's call to Mohammad Khurshid, who will restart play, or who looks to go forward rather, and will be having a surge of fresh legs. Benjamin York taken off, Mohammad Mursid taken off, and Harsha Fernando alongside Mohammad Asad coming in. Harsha Fernando will be good on defense, household name in Sri Lankan football.
Yeah, Mursid has been so good on that back line. Benjamin York.
Well, they're playing with two less players now, the Upcountry Lions. And yeah, bit of frustration there from the sidelines as well, because the players have been taken out, but play will resume here. Free kick now as well.
Yeah, not sure what's going on. Couple of doubts as to whether the Upcountry Lions have the full contingent of their players here.
Well, they just have 9 players out on the field here, with 2 of their players already having gone out. It's confusing as to why the substitutes aren't allowed in. The Seahawks have been cleared out, and that will be the game. It will be the Upcountry Lions who, after a tense affair at the Sugatadasa Stadium, will be unbeaten here in the Sri Lanka Football Super League 2026. Just 2 unbeaten teams have been so far. 3 rather, but only 2 teams who have managed to win 3 out of 3 games, and that's Renown and the Upcountry Lions, breaking this Seahawks streak and making sure they come out on top.
Yeah, Bilal, and what a tense fixture this was. From that second half onwards, you could really sense that the team in red were really coming into their own and really locking down any avenues of attack for the Seahawks. And yeah, it was the number 21 for the side in red, Wilson Osei, in combination with Yaya, coming in clutch in that midfield. Mohammad Akib joining the fray, creating those chances, coming into the midfield as well. And as the sun sets over the Sugatadasa Stadium, here's the full-time confirmation for you folks. Seahawks FC fighting hard, fighting true, but coming up short against Upcountry Lions. The score stands 1-0. What a brilliant fixture. This has been low-scoring thriller here at the Sugatadasa. Yeah, these players have made a massive effort. They played in excess over 100 minutes, and they'll be happy with the result. It was by no means an ugly affair. Beautiful, beautiful game to watch. Certainly for me and Bilal, and we are certain it was for our folks watching from home as well. Just a beautiful battle between these two sides. Table toppers clash. And this is how the second half went down, folks. Plenty of chances created for the Upcountry Lions. Jude, a real threat in front of goal. And on the other side, Mohammad Hasmir coming in clutch with a couple of shots on goal as well, but frequently denied Mohammad Akib when flying off of a rash challenge by one of the defenders. Blood boiling a little bit, but well negotiated by the two players. Isan with another attempt, a little tame, but nonetheless so many chances created for the Upcountry Lions. A bit of tested defense there. Jude once again having all the time in the world. Mohammad Akib giving Jude that one last swan song. Unfortunately, it was not to be, and he had to go off the field, off a yellow. Mursid as well being given marching orders there. Benjamin York, he hadn't found the net in a couple of minutes. He looked to fill that deficit, but it was not to be. Here's the Super League 2026 points table after week 3 for you folks. Renown FC still at the top of the table. No goals conceded, but take a look at that. The Upcountry Lions now moving, inching closer and closer. 3 games played, 3 wins on the trot. Talk about a goal difference. 13 goals for, just the 1 goal scored against. They are tied with Renown FC for first place. Colombo FC in 7th place. Seahawks FC now having lost their very first game. Still in the top 4, but it's very, very tough moving from now. It's 3 points from 3 for the Upcountry Lions. And filling out the rest of the ranks are Red Star, Blue Star with 3 points apiece. And here is where we get to where that defense will be tested for these mid-table sides. Goal difference coming down to the single digits now. Blue Eagles with just 2 goals for, and yeah, it's not looking too pretty for the table rounders. Blue Eagles, Defenders FC and New Youngs with a point each, coming off of hard-fought draws, and Ratnam SC still looking for that first point. Goal difference of minus 15. That's not looking good. They'll be looking to change that going into week 4 and playing out the rest of week 3 as well. Talk about a massive game here today at the top of the league. Upcountry Lions going up against Seahawks FC, and Upcountry Lions, well, they've not extended their goal difference too much, but their defense has been tested, and that midfield just bossing the game around all day long. Mohammad Akib, Abdul Rahman Yaya, Wilson Osei, one of the some of the standouts for me. Yes, it was the talismanic number 21, Naveen Jude, the young thundercracker out in front on the wing, who did the scoring for the side in red. But nonetheless, those 3 players, Wilson Osei, Abdul Rahman Yaya and Mohammad Akib, coming in clutch, building up those faces from the midfield. Isan as well on the other side of the wing. Benjamin York, Mohammad Mursid, and of course Kavish Lakpriya in front of goal, saving a couple as well. Just an all-round team effort. And with that, folks, we will be handing things over to the interview to wrap things up on the tail end of this scintillating fixture. Over to you.
දැන් අපි සමග ඉන්නවා අද තරගයේ වීරයා අප්කන්ට්‍රි ලයන්ස් කණ්ඩායමේ ක්‍රීඩකයා ඊසාන් අද හොඳ තරගයක් ජයග්‍රහණයට ගොඩාක් උදව් කරා කණ්ඩායමට අද තරගය ගැන සහ ඔබගේ දක්ෂතාවය ගැන මොනවද කියන්නේ?
ඉස්සෙල්ලාම අල්ලා ටෙස් කරගන්නවා අල්හම්දුලිල්ලා මේක ඉම්පෝටන්ට් පොයින්ට්ස් තුනක් අපේ ටීම් එක ගොඩක් මාන්සි වුණා ඒ හින්දා තමයි මේ පොයින්ට්ස් එක අපිට හම්බුනේ මම ටීම් එකත් එක්ක හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරා
අද දෙවනි මේ තරගාවලියේ දෙවනි man of the match එක ඔයා දිනාගෙන ඒ ගැන මොනවද හිතන්නේ?
මම ඒ ගැන ගොඩක් සන්තෝෂ වෙනවා back to back අර man of the match ගත්ත එකට
සුබ පතනවා බොම් ස්තුතියි ඊසන්.
thank you assalamu alaikum.
And that was the word from the victors. Here are the fixtures and results for week 3 as they have unfolded. Renown SC coming up against New Youngs, completely outfoxed in their element, 10 up. Red Star going up against Blue Star FC in a 2-0 affair. Colombo FC drubbing Ratnam FC, denying them their first point in a 5-0 tense encounter. And Seahawks versus Upcountry. My. That was the game of the week for me. That concluded just a few minutes ago. Upcountry coming up 1-0. And it'll be interesting to see in the mid-table clash that is due tomorrow. Blue Eagle Sports Club going up against Defenders Football Club. Those are the fixtures for you for week 3, folks. And with that, a scintillating Super League 2026 carries on. What a match this was today, and we'll be hoping that more matches will be coming up just like this one. And with that, folks, this is Arvin and Bilal signing off for the day. Have yourselves a good evening.